Hey everybody, this is Bruce Collins. The YouTube channel is Bruce Collins Reacts and Stuff. I was a former AM radio host. I still do the Bruce Collins Show program exclusively on YouTube. You can find that at the YouTube channel known as The Bruce Collins Show. Please check it out. I hope you like both channels and that you would subscribe. Now, today we're going to look at my favorite radio host of all time, Art Bell. And Art, towards the end of his career, was not only doing the program Midnight in the Desert, but he was also airing it on something called Periscope. I don't even know if Periscope is still around anymore, but it basically gave you a look at him on video while he was doing his program. So I imagine Periscope is not around. I mean, today I'm recording on Riverside, and so there's a lot of more advanced technology. But back then he was using Periscope, which it was an app. You could put it on your phone. You could watch art while the program was going on. I never did that, but there's a gentleman on YouTube. His channel is Art Bell on Periscope, and he's got a handful of those videos that are kind of nice to see. He's also got a lot of late career Art Bell. So most of his programs on that channel are from Dark Matter, which was his Sirius XM days, and Midnight in the Desert, which came 2 years later because he had signed a non-disclosure act, I believe, and couldn't or a non-compete clause probably, and couldn't compete until 2 years, and then Midnight in the Desert came on, which I thought overall, and I'd be interested to hear your opinion, I thought Dark Matter was not the best show. I thought Midnight in the Desert, he really hit his stride. Coast to Coast was a classic, obviously, but for some reason that Dark Matter period, he didn't seem happy. And Midnight in the Desert, I felt like he was enjoying things right until around the time he, of course, left and Heather Wade took over the show. So we're going to take a look at Art on video as he is broadcasting his show. So let's give it a look. Okay, here we go. We're time traveling back in time, and we have landed in Art Bell's studio on his house compound area in Pahrump, Nevada. Let's take a look.
I want the screaming lady.
Not sure what that was about.
Somebody tell me if I'm on. Somebody send me a, message. The wormhole awaits you. Am I on?
The wormhole was kind of like an instant message system that you could get a hold of Art during the show. You could type him a message. It was a text, basically. And he used it. I'm not sure if you had to be a member to use that or not. Or maybe if you weren't a member, you got a certain amount of, wormhole messages per night. I can't remember. I think you had to be a member, though. I think it cost a little bit of money.
And here comes the thunder. Let's do it. Kind of makes a statement. I'll rock you. We will rock you.
You got to hear Art sing.
Well, we will rock you.
Want to take a ride? From the high desert and the great American Southwest, This is Midnight in the Desert, exclusively on the Dark Matter Digital Network. To call the show, dial 1-952-CALL-ART. That's 1-952-225-5278.
We are rocking you.
And it looks like if you look up at the clock, it says 9:37, I believe. And so he was coming out of a station break, I think. Not top of the hour.
And somebody needs to send me a message through the wormhole telling me if...
Which makes sense, by the way, because I've never heard him use We Will Rock You by Queen as, the opening song.
We are indeed on Periscope right now. So I'll be checking that. I don't really know. I think I started it up, but, well, I'm still learning about all this. All right. We've got a scantily clad lady, barefooted in the snow and ice, with the headlights of my collar bearing down on her. And what happened?
Well, I got halfway out of my car and I said, ma'am, because she was kind of heading for my car, but it was obvious she wasn't paying attention to me or the car.
Right.
She was stumbling.
Right.
And I said, ma'am, and she didn't respond at all. And I said it again and she didn't respond at all. And suddenly I got very spooked and I slammed the car door and ran back to my girlfriend's house.
Uh-huh.
And she could tell I was spooked. And in my mind, all these things were going on. I knew that there was a nursing home not too far up the gravel road, like on the edge of town.
Okay.
And my girlfriend actually worked in the kitchen department of that nursing home.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if she was stumbling like she was sick or what?
Yeah, she looked distraught.
Okay.
And so I told my girlfriend what had happened. She grabbed the phone and we went outside. And my girlfriend instantly started laughing and calling me a jerk, thinking I was making a joke because she was nowhere to be found.
Yes.
And I kept insisting that this happened.
Right.
And but she pointed out that in my headlights there were no footprints at all in the snow.
Huh.
And so we kind of looked in the ditch a little bit, and my girlfriend refused to call anybody. She thought I was joking.
So you probably said, honey, with something this scary out here, I've really got to stay with you tonight.
Well, let's just say that if this woman was trying to warn me from my girlfriend, I should have listened.
Okay.
But she refused to call anybody, and I started questioning my own sanity there, that I must have been seeing things. So I went home. And like I said, it's about a 10-minute drive on a very dark gravel road.
Right.
And I used to listen to you because it was early in the morning. And so I'd stay freaked out on that road all the time because your show always freaked me out.
My show freaks me out half the time.
Well, so the next night, same thing. I was at my girlfriend's house. I go out to start my car and I'm spooked, but the same thing happened. The woman
you're
came
kidding.
out.
Same lady and everything?
Same lady, same stumbling from up behind the same pine trees. And same thing. I ran back in the house. This time I didn't say anything.
Wow.
When it came.
Well, I don't blame you. And so go ahead. I wouldn't have said anything either.
Yeah, I decided it wasn't worth going through it again. And when I went back to get in my car to go home, nobody was there. Same thing.
Right.
And this happened off and on the exact same way for that entire break. And I went back to college after the break was over. And fast forward in time, I don't know what break it was on, but there was no longer any snow on the ground. I was still seeing my girlfriend, and I got in my car one night, started heading home, and there's a campground right off this gravel road between her house and my house. And I saw somebody standing at like this orange gate at the entry to the campground. I didn't think anything of it, but I could see it in my headlights as I was coming up. And as I got closer, I realized it was that woman.
The same woman. Seasons have changed, and it's the same woman.
Seasons have changed. Same woman, same dress, same like nightgown or whatever.
Now we're talking
same
ghost.
Long hair. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yep.
And she looked directly at my car, and her head followed my car as I drove by her. That's the first time that as I got home, I realized that's the first time she's ever looked at me.
That's pretty freaky too.
Yeah, I was so scared. And so time is a little confusing to me now, but then a few nights later or a few weeks later, I pulled into I was living with my mom and dad while, I was going to school.
Right.
And so that's where I was going from my house to my girlfriend's house. So I pull into my mom and dad's house and I get out and I start heading for the front door. And my mom and dad lived in town, but a very small town. And the woman walked from around my mom and dad's house towards the front door right for me. She was maybe 10 feet from me. Same thing, stumbling, looking mostly at the ground, wringing her hands.
Okay.
And I got spooked. I ran in the house as fast as I could.
And that's the end of the story?
It's not.
Okay, well, we have to get there because we do have some time limits.
I definitely will get there.
Okay.
That kept happening to the point where I was going around the back of the house to go into the back door because I wouldn't see her. And one day, it was bright middle of the day. I'm lying on the living room floor watching TV. The phone rings. I get up and I look out the front windows as I'm going for my phone, and the woman is standing in the highway in front of my mom and dad's house, staring right at the front door.
Oh my!
And let me tell you, if you think things are freaky in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
they're even freakier in broad daylight because they're not supposed to happen in broad daylight.
Definitely coming for your soul.
Yeah, because the next day, the last time I saw her was the next day. Same thing. Saw her standing right in the middle of the road. This time she was clutching her nightgown, screaming at the top of her lungs, although I couldn't hear a word. And it looked like there was some sort of stain all over the front of her nightgown.
Well,
She was looking directly at the front door, and I've never seen her since.
God, this is a message for you. But what happened with the girlfriend?
Oh, I got rid of her not long after that.
And maybe that was the message all along. All right, thank you very, very much for the call. The lady who kept coming back until she didn't. All right, let's see. I'm trying to make a circuit here. Going outside the country somewhere, you're on the air, YLP.
Hi, Art. How are you?
I'm well. It sounds like another Australian to me.
Indeed, I've been made aware that there's been a lot of Australians on the air tonight, so I'm glad that you chose me.
Glad to
I
have
must
you.
admit that I've not listened to your show very often, but I went and visit my boyfriend at the end of last year, and he introduced me to you, and since then I've been fascinated by a lot of your discussion topics, especially Mel's Hole.
Oh, yes. Well, I would
love to
surely,
hear more,
I'd
but,
love to hear from Mel again. I
Indeed,
wonder.
so would I.
Well,
So-
actually, Mel is supposed to be in Australia, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes,
Well,
yes.
I'll
Mel
have to keep my
contracted,
ears out
so
for
you
him
know,
and, see if-
sir, Mel contracted cancer and
Oh.
was last heard to have gone to Australia. So I don't know what to tell you. Watch for guys around holes.
Indeed. Sounds good. Well,
Okay.
all the best for your ongoing show.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to continue listening to your exciting stories and those of others.
Well, now we have you. You have one?
Indeed. Thank you.
Do you have the story?
No, unfortunately, I don't have any fancy stories, but I very much enjoy hearing those stories of people around.
Well, okay then. Thank you for calling, and cheerio.
Cheerio.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care. All right.
Okay, so you got a taste of that. Art Bell on camera. He was on the app Periscope. And if you want to watch this in full or watch the other Periscope videos, the YouTube channel Art Bell on Periscope is a really good find. And they have other programs too, as I said, some Dark Matter and some Midnight in the Desert programs. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. In the meantime, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.